Children, you just saw a man running. Do you know why he is running? He is running because he wants land. Somebody promised him that.
You want land?
Yes,
You can have as much land as you want. You pay me 1000 rubles. You keep your cap at a point and start running and cover as much land as you can, but must return to the cap point before sunset.
So now you know the reason why Pakham is running. But what made Pakham so greedy for land? It so happened that one day Pakham's sister-in-law came from a city and both the sisters talked.
We live very comfortably in the town. We dress up well. My children are also well dressed. In the town, we have lots of good things to eat and drink.
I would not change my way of life at any cost. We may live roughly, but at least we are free from anxiety. You live in better style than we do, but though you often earn more than you need, you are very likely to lose all you have. You know the proverb, loss and gain are brothers to Wayne. Our way is safer. We shall never grow rich, but we shall always have enough to eat.
ਮਿਸਿਸ ਪਾਖਮ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਕੀਮਤ ਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਜੀਵਨ ਜਿਉਣ ਦੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਦਲੇਗੀ। ਭਾਵੇਂ ਉਹ ਤਕਲੀਫ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਨ, ਪਰ ਉਹ ਚਿੰਤਾਵਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਮੁਕਤ ਹਨ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਤੋਂ ਚੰਗੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਰਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਕਮਾਉਂਦੇ ਹੋ। ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਗਵਾ ਦਿਓ। ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਕਹਾਵਤ ਤਾਂ ਯਾਦ ਹੀ ਹੋਏਗੀ ਕਿ ਗਾਉਣਾ ਤੇ ਪਾਉਣਾ ਜੁੜਵੇਂ ਭਰਾ ਹਨ। ਸਾਡਾ ਤਰੀਕਾ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਸੁਰੱਖਿਅਤ ਹੈ। ਅਸੀਂ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਅਮੀਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਸਕਾਂਗੇ, ਪਰ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਖਾਣ ਲਈ ਹੋਵੇਗਾ। Now, students, you can answer these questions. The first question is, what did the two women discuss? Were they related to each other? And the answer is, the two women discussed about town life and village life. Both of them were sisters. The next question is, what did
One woman
say in defense of rural life? What was the counter argument? And the answer is, she said that rural life could be rough, but it was free from anxiety. Villagers might never grow rich, but they always had enough to eat. But the other woman boasted of the town life.
It is perfectly true. Busy as we are from childhood, telling Mother Earth, we peasants have no time to let any nonsense settle in our heads. Our only trouble is that we haven't land enough. If I had plenty of land, I shouldn't fear the devil himself.
Students, I hope you have understood so far. Let me ask you a question. Pakham listened to the women's chatter. He started brooding and reached a
conclusion.
What was the
Conclusion.
And the answer is Packham did not have enough land. He thought that if he had plenty of land, he would not fear the devil himself, and he decided to buy some more land.
The women finished their tea, chatted a while about dress, and then cleared away the tea things and lay down to sleep. But the devil had been sitting behind the stove and had heard all that was said. He was pleased that the peasant's wife had led her husband into boasting, and that he had said that if he had plenty of land, he would not fear the devil himself. All right, thought the devil, we will have a tussle. I will give you land enough, and by means of that land, I will get you into my power.
So, look at this question and answer it. When the devil heard Packham's musings, what did he decide? And the answer is the devil decided to give Packham enough land, and by means of that land, he decided to get Packham in his clutches. So, children, the devil started his game. Look at his game plan. This is his first move.
Close to the village, there lived a lady, small landowner, who had an estate of about 300 acres. In the winter, the news got about that the lady was going to sell her land. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪਿੰਡ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਇੱਕ ਔਰਤ ਰਹਿੰਦੀ ਸੀ, ਜਿਸ ਦਾ ਆਪਣਾ 300 ਏਕੜ ਖੇਤ ਸੀ। ਸਰਦੀਆਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਔਰਤ ਆਪਣਾ ਖੇਤ ਵੇਚ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। Pakham heard that a neighbor of his was buying 50 acres and that the lady had consented to accept one half in cash and to wait a year for the other half. So they put their heads together and considered how they could manage to buy it. They had 100 rubles laid by. They sold a colt and one half of their bees, hired out one of their sons as a laborer, and took his wages in advance, borrowed the rest from a brother in law, and so scraped together half the purchase money. ਪਾਖਮ ਨੇ ਸੁਨਿਆ ਕਿ ਉਸ ਦਾ ਗੁਆਂਢੀ ਵੀ 50 ਏਕੜ ਜ਼ਮੀਨ ਖਰੀਦ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉਹ ਔਰਤ ਅੱਧਾ ਪੈਸਾ ਨਕਦ ਅਤੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਦਾ ਪੈਸਾ 1 ਸਾਲ ਬਾਅਦ ਲੈਣ ਲਈ ਮੰਨ ਗਈ ਹੈ। ਤਦ ਪਤੀ ਪਤਨੀ ਦੋਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਦਿਮਾਗ ਇਸਤੇਮਾਲ ਕਰਨਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਕਿ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਉਹ ਪੈਸੇ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਨ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ 100 ਰੂਬਲ ਸਨ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਇੱਕ ਘੋੜੇ ਦਾ ਬੱਚਾ ਵੇਚਿਆ ਅਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਸ਼ਹਿਦ ਦੀਆਂ ਮੱਖੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਅੱਧਾ ਛੱਤਾ ਵੇਚਿਆ ਅਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਇੱਕ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਨੂੰ ਮਜ਼ਦੂਰੀ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਭੇਜਿਆ, ਜਿਸ ਦੀ ਤਨਖਾਹ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਹੀ ਲੈ ਲਈ ਸੀ। ਬਾਕੀ ਦੇ ਪੈਸੇ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਾਂਢੂ ਤੋਂ ਕੀਤਾ। ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਮੁੱਲ ਪਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਸ ਔਰਤ ਤੋਂ 40 ਏਕੜ ਜ਼ਮੀਨ ਖਰੀਦ ਲਈ ਅਤੇ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਹੀ ਬਿਆਨਾ ਦੇ ਦਿੱਤਾ। ਅੱਧਾ ਪੈਸਾ ਉਸ ਸਮੇਂ ਦੇ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਅਤੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਦਾ 2 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੇਣ ਦਾ ਵਾਅਦਾ ਕੀਤਾ।
Students, let me test how much have you understood till now. The first question is, the estate owner on whose land Pakham was tenant sold her land. Who bought the land? And the answer is, one of Pakham's neighbors bought 50 acres of the land. Pakham also arranged to buy 40 acres of that land. The next question is, how did Pakham manage to put together the money for buying the land? And the answer is, Pakham sold his colt and one half of his bees. He hired out one of his sons as a laborer and took his wages in advance. He also borrowed some money from his brother-in-law. Children, let's go ahead with the story. ਹੁਣ ਪਾਖਮ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਆਪਣੀ ਜ਼ਮੀਨ ਸੀ। ਉਸਨੇ ਉਧਾਰ ਬੀਜ ਖਰੀਦਿਆ ਅਤੇ ਇਸ ਖਰੀਦੀ ਹੋਈ ਜ਼ਮੀਨ ਤੇ ਬੀਜਿਆ। ਫਸਲ ਚੰਗੀ ਹੋਈ ਅਤੇ ਉਸਨੇ 1 ਸਾਲ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਅੰਦਰ ਉਸ ਔਰਤ ਅਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਾਂਢੂ ਦਾ ਕਰਜ਼ਾ ਉਤਾਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ। ਉਹ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਜ਼ਮੀਨ ਦਾ ਮੁਕੰਮਲ ਮਾਲਕ ਬਣ ਗਿਆ। ਉਹ ਆਪਣੀ ਜ਼ਮੀਨ ਤੇ ਫਸਲ ਬੀਜਦਾ, ਫਸਲ ਕੱਟਦਾ ਅਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਜਾਨਵਰਾਂ ਲਈ ਚਾਰੇ ਦਾ ਬੰਦੋਬਸਤ ਕਰਦਾ। So you see, this is how the devil trapped him, and he further tightened his reins by sending a farmer to his place who just dropped information about the wonderfully fertile land beyond Volga. Greed dogged him, and come spring, Pakham settled with his family at the new place. ਜਿਉਂ ਹੀ ਪਾਖਮ ਅਤੇ ਉਸ ਦਾ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਆਪਣੇ ਨਵੇਂ ਸਥਾਨ ਤੇ ਰਹਿਣ ਲਈ ਗਿਆ ਤਾਂ ਉਸਨੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਨਵਾਂ ਮਕਾਨ ਅਤੇ ਜਾਨਵਰ ਖਰੀਦ ਲਏ। ਹੁਣ ਉਹ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ 3 ਗੁਣਾ ਜ਼ਮੀਨ ਦਾ ਮਾਲਕ ਬਣ ਗਿਆ। ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਉਹ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਨਾਲੋਂ 10 ਗੁਣਾ ਚੰਗੀ ਹਾਲਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ। ਹੁਣ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਜ਼ਮੀਨ ਸੀ। ਉਹ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਚਾਹੇ ਜਾਨਵਰ ਰੱਖ ਸਕਦਾ ਸੀ। ਪਾਖਮ ਇਸ ਸਾਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਖੁਸ਼ ਸੀ, ਪਰ ਫਿਰ ਵੀ ਉਸਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਘੱਟ ਹੈ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉਹ ਵੇਖਦਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਦੂਜੇ ਕਿਸਾਨ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਖੇਤਾਂ ਦੇ ਮਾਲਕ ਹਨ ਅਤੇ ਅਮੀਰ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ। ਉਸ ਦੇ ਮਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਰ ਜ਼ਮੀਨ ਖਰੀਦਣ ਦਾ ਖਿਆਲ ਆਇਆ।
So, Pakham began looking out for land which he could buy, and he came across a peasant who had bought 1300 acres, but having got into difficulties was willing to sell again cheap. Pakham bargained and haggled with him, and at last they settled the price at 1500 rubles, part in cash and part to be paid later. ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਪਾਖਮ ਹੋਰ ਜ਼ਮੀਨ ਖਰੀਦਣ ਲਈ ਲੱਭਣ ਲੱਗ ਪਿਆ। ਉਹ ਇੱਕ ਕਿਸਾਨ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਜਿਸ ਨੇ ਕਿ 1300 ਏਕੜ ਜ਼ਮੀਨ ਖਰੀਦੀ ਸੀ, ਪਰ ਕਿਸੇ ਮਜਬੂਰੀ ਦੇ ਕਾਰਨ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਸਸਤੇ ਭਾਅ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੇਚ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ। ਪਾਖਮ ਨੇ ਫਿਰ ਤੋਂ ਮੁੱਲ ਭਾਅ ਤੈਅ ਕੀਤਾ ਅਤੇ 1500 ਰੂਬਲ ਤੇ ਗੱਲ ਤੈਅ ਕੀਤੀ। ਕੁਝ ਪੈਸਾ ਨਕਦ ਅਤੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਦਾ ਪੈਸਾ ਬਾਅਦ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੇਣ ਬਾਰੇ ਤੈਅ ਹੋਇਆ।
Children, try answering these questions. The first question is, Pakham met a stranger one day. Who was this stranger? What information did he give to Pakham? And the answer is, this stranger was a peasant. He told Pakham that he had come from beyond the Volga. He said that the land there was very fertile. The rye sown on it grew as high as a horse. The next question is, a trader told Pakham something about the land of Bashkirs. What was it? And the answer is, he told Pakham that the Bashkirs had plenty of land. It was near a river and was very fertile. They sold it at a very low price, that is
1300 acres.
for only 1000 rubles. And just when the deal was getting stuck, a dealer came.
Tell further.
All one need to do is to make friends with the chiefs. I gave away about 100 rubles worth of silk robes and carpets, besides a case of tea, and I gave wine to those who would drink it. And I got the land for less than a penny an acre. The land lies near a river, and the whole prairie is virgin soil.
Tell more.
There is more land there than you could cover if you walked a year, and it all belongs to the Bashkirs. They are as simple as sheep, and land can be got almost for nothing.
There is more land. With my 1000 rubles, why should I get only 1300 acres and saddle myself with a debt besides? If I take it out there, I can get more than 10 times as much for the money.
By now, Pakham's greed had got the better of him. Pakham left his wife to look after the homestead and started on his journey, taking the tradesman with him. On and on they went until they had gone more than 100 miles. When they reached the land of the Bashkirs received them nicely. They did not understand the language of Pakham, so they had an interpreter.
They like you, and that it is our custom to do all we can to please a guest and to repay him for his gifts. You have given us presents. Now tell us which of the things we possess please you best, that we may present them to you.
What pleases me best here is your land. Our land is crowded and the soil is exhausted. But you have plenty of land, and it is good land. I never saw the like of it.
Choose whatever piece of land you like. We have plenty of it.
So here are a few questions. The first question is, who were the Bashkirs? How did Pakham make friends with them? And the answer is, the Bashkirs were very simple people. They lived in tents. They had plenty of land. Pakham made friends with them by giving them various gifts. The next question is, Bashkirs wanted to repay Pakham for his gifts. What did Pakham want from them? And the answer is, Pakham wanted their land from them. It was only for this purpose that he had come there. And now let's see how the deal got struck.
And what will be the price?
Our price is always the same, 1000 rubles a day.
I do not understand. A day? What measure is that? How many acres would that be?
We do not know how to reckon it out. We sell it by the day. As much as you can go round on your feet in a day is yours, and the price is 1000 rubles a day.
But in a day, you can get round a large tract of land.
It will all be yours. But there is one condition. If you do not return on the same day to the spot whence you started, your money is lost.
Students, can you answer these questions? The first one is, our price is always the same, 1000 rubles a day. The chief said. What did he mean? And the answer is, the Bashkirs did not sell their land by acres. They sold it by the day. It meant
that
one could have for 1000 rubles as much land as one could walk in one day. The next question is, on what condition did the chief agree to sell land to Pakham? And the answer is, for 1000 rubles, Pakham could have as much land as he could walk in a day, but on the condition that he had to reach the starting point before sunset. Let us read the story further. We have almost come to the climax of it. This condition delighted Pakham. The whole night he could not sleep because he thought of land and how much land he could cover. In the morning, he went to the Bashkirs. The chief took off his
fox
fur cap and placed it on the ground and said, "This will be the mark. Start from here and return here again. All the land you go round shall be yours." Pakham took out his money and put it on the cap. So, students, it had become terribly hot and he felt sleepy. Still he went on and on, thinking, an hour to suffer, a lifetime to live. Late in the afternoon, Pakham thought of turning back. So he hurriedly dug a hole and turned straight towards the
hillock.
ਪਾਖਮ ਨੇ ਦੁਪਹਿਰ ਬਾਅਦ ਇੱਕ ਟੋਇਆ ਪੁੱਟਿਆ ਅਤੇ ਪਹਾੜੀ ਵੱਲ ਰੁਖ ਕੀਤਾ। ਪਾਖਮ ਬਹੁਤ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਲ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ।
But he now walked with difficulty. He was done up with the heat. His bare feet were cut and bruised, and his legs began to fail. He longed to rest, but it was impossible if he meant to get back before sunset. The sun waits for no man, and it was sinking lower and lower. ਧੁੱਪ ਦੇ ਕਾਰਨ ਉਸਦੇ ਪੈਰਾਂ 'ਚ ਛਾਲੇ ਪੈ ਗਏ ਸਨ ਅਤੇ ਟੰਗਾਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਤੁਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਜਵਾਬ ਦੇ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਸਨ। ਉਹ ਆਰਾਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ ਅਤੇ ਸੂਰਜ ਡੁੱਬਣ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਪਰਤਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ, ਪਰ ਸੂਰਜ ਕਿਸੇ ਲਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਰੁਕਦਾ। He looked towards the hillock and at the sun. He was still far from his goal, and the sun was already near the rim. ਉਸਨੇ ਟਿੱਲੇ ਵੱਲ ਵੇਖਿਆ ਅਤੇ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਹਾਲਾਂ ਵੀ ਉਹ ਆਪਣੀ ਮੰਜ਼ਿਲ ਤੋਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਦੂਰ ਸੀ। Pakham walked on and on. It was very hard walking, but he went quicker and quicker. He pressed on, but was still far from the place. He began running, threw away his coat, his boots, his flask, and his cap, and kept only the spade which he used as a support. ਆਪਣੇ ਜੁੱਤੇ, ਟੋਪੀ ਅਤੇ ਕੋਟ ਉਤਾਰ ਕੇ ਉਸਨੇ ਭੱਜਣਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ। ਸਿਰਫ ਇੱਕ ਕਹੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਲ ਰੱਖੀ, ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਭੱਜਣਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਆਪਣੀ ਮੰਜ਼ਿਲ ਤੇ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਸਕੇ। What shall I do? He thought again. I have grasped too much and ruined the whole affair. I can't get there before the sun sets. ਉਸਨੇ ਸੋਚਿਆ ਹੁਣ ਉਹ ਕੁਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦਾ ਅਤੇ ਸੂਰਜ ਡੁੱਬਣ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਮੰਜ਼ਿਲ ਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਸਕਦਾ। And his fear made him still more breathless. Pakham went on running. His soaking shirt and trousers stuck to him, and his mouth was parched. His breast was working like a blacksmith's bellows. His heart was beating like hammer, and his legs were giving way as if they did not belong to him. Pakham was seized with terror, lest he should die of the strain. ਇਸ ਡਰ ਨੇ ਉਸਨੂੰ ਸਾਹੋ-ਸਾਹੀ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਅਤੇ ਉਹ ਭੱਜਦਾ ਰਿਹਾ। ਉਸ ਦੀ ਕਮੀਜ਼ ਅਤੇ ਪੈਂਟ ਪਸੀਨੇ ਨਾਲ ਤਰ-ਬਤਰ ਸੀ ਅਤੇ ਉਸ ਦਾ ਮੂੰਹ ਸੁੱਕ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਅਤੇ ਉਸ ਦਾ ਦਿਲ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਧੜਕ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕੋਈ ਲੁਹਾਰ ਹਥੌੜਾ ਚਲਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੋਵੇ। ਉਸ ਦੀਆਂ ਲੱਤਾਂ ਜਵਾਬ ਦੇ ਗਈਆਂ। ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਡਰ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਇਸ ਦਬਾਅ ਦੇ ਕਾਰਨ ਮਰ ਜਾਏਗਾ। Though afraid of death, he could not stop. He gathered his last strength and ran on. ਉਸਨੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਆਖਰੀ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਲਗਾਇਆ ਅਤੇ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਦੀ ਭੱਜ ਪਿਆ।
Students, what next? He did reach. The chief said he has gained much land. Pakham's servant came running up and tried to raise him, but he saw that blood was flowing from his mouth. Pakham was dead. The Bashkirs clicked their tongues to show their pity. His servant picked up the spade and dug a grave long enough for Pakham to lie in and buried him in it. 6 feet from his head to his heels was all he needed. Can you tell me the moral of the story? What is the moral of the story? And the answer is, man's physical needs on this earth are not many, yet he keeps hankering and craving for them all his life, but with disastrous results. So students, how was the story? I hope you have learned something from it. See you next time with more interesting episode. Till then, bye.